Do you ever watch your own videos and think
Something is off.
you have added animations, color grading, even the best music, and all the fancy effects? But still, you feel like
Something is off.
maybe you don't have an effects problem, maybe you have a cutting problem. So in this video I'm gonna tell you 3 cutting mistakes which editors make all the time, and I bet you are making at least one of them right now. So maybe look out for the first one in this montage. Now some of you might have already noticed the mistake. If you did, let me know in the comments. The mistake here is not cutting on the motion. Now if you look at the sequence, we have 3 shots and 2 cuts. In the first shot, before cutting, I have already rotated my head and then there is a cut to the second shot. It doesn't look terrible, but it doesn't look smooth either. And now if you look at the second cut, it's even worse. I have actually rotated my head before cutting, and even after the cut in the third shot, I'm still rotating my head. Basically, the same motion appears in shot 2 and 3. Now let me fix it and show this montage to you again. Exactly. This sequence looks way better now. I can even show you another example for this. Look at the shape morph animation. If I'm cutting at the peak of the motion, where the speed of the shape is highest, the cut looks smooth. But if I cut it anywhere else, it doesn't look that smooth. Obviously, the same principle applies to motion graphics as well. Now, let us look at the second cutting mistake, or the second point. So here is another sequence. Enjoy. Now, maybe look at another version of the sequence. Yes, you guessed it right. The second point, or the second mistake, is not using different camera angles or shot sizes. So in the first version, we had a top-down shot, a front-on shot, which by the way, my monitor is also visible in the shot, which adds a little more depth to the shot. Then we have some close-up shots. But look at the second version of this sequence. We only have 2 types of shots. So obviously, using different shot sizes and different shot angles makes your video look a lot more interesting. But the second version of the sequence isn't completely useless. Why is it not useless? I'll explain that later in the video, because that's a secret. Now let us look at the third cutting mistake, or the third point. Take a look at this video itself. To fill these gaps, I have used jump cuts a lot in this video. But while we are jumping from the first clip to the second clip, we need to make sure my eyes in the first clip and the second clip are at the same level. This is because in talking head videos like this, the viewer's attention is on my eyes. Therefore, we need to make sure the focus area, which happens to be my eyes in this video, needs to be at the same level even after the jump cut. Now if you use Premiere Pro to edit your videos, I have a small tip which can actually save you hours, if not days, while editing your videos. Now every time I need to zoom in, I'll need to select this second clip and then change the value of scale of this clip and then adjust this eye level. Instead, what we can do is put an adjustment layer here. I'll split this adjustment layer from here, put this effect known as transform on the adjustment layer. I'll select this property known as anchor point in this transform effect. I'll have this crosshair kind of thing, and I'll move this crosshair up to this point where my eye level is. I know this weird thing will happen where the level of my video will change. I'll just copy this value of anchor point to the position. I'll actually move this a little left as well for this case. Now I think we are perfectly fine. Now every time I need to zoom in, I just need to change the scale value of this, and now we automatically zoom into the eyes without changing the position value of the clip again and again. And this adjustment layer right here can be copied and put on the top of another clip, and we'll just need to change the value of scale. I think I do deserve a like for this. Now this matching of eye level or tracing the viewer's focus area is not limited to my eyes only. It applies to a lot more more things. I mean, take a look at this sequence. Now you might have noticed before cutting to the second shot, which happens to be my guitar, my eyes are looking at the left side of the screen. Therefore, the audience or the viewer is subconsciously expecting something on the left side of the screen in the next shot. That's why I placed the guitar on the left side of the screen to maintain a visual continuity in the sequence. Crazy. I know, right? I do deserve a like for this. Yeah. Okay, so before ending this video, I need to tell you why that sequence was not completely useless. So that is like pretty straightforward, honestly. If I want to actually make a sequence look boring, or I want to convey this message to the audience, or like I want to convey this emotion to the audience that I'm actually not enjoying my time editing or sitting on the computer, I can intentionally choose not to use different shot sizes and different camera angles and even use less cuts to show that I'm not enjoying. Am I right or am I right?